Hi, thank you for watching my videos. Today we're going to talk about the sign Gemini. Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac. This also falls in the third house of the natal chart or the time chart. The sign or the symbol of Gemini is two upright bars and two bars. Try to close it from the top and bottom. Gemini is an excellent example of duality because it indicates that there are two opposite forces trying to come together, which is also indicated by these bars. That is like two separate points coming and two separate points trying to join them. This slide shows the sun transit. This has to be understood, and this is helpful in understanding how the sun transits and comes in different signs, and it is his transit through which we understand and predict the time. So here you can see that the sun is transiting beginning from Aries and Taurus, Gemini, which is in the month of June, Cancer in July, August in Leo. This is based on Western system because that's more popular, but if you have to predict from the Vedic system, then the transit timing are slightly different. So to understand that when is the Gemini or when is the Cancer rising, it means the sun is in that particular sign. Now this is the time chart, also known as Kalpurash. You can see that the first house is ruled by Mars, the sign is Aries, the second, which we discussed earlier, is Taurus, third is Gemini. The ruler for Gemini is Mercury. Mercury rules two signs, Gemini and Virgo. Virgo falls in the sixth house. The duality of Gemini is very pronounced for two reasons. In Greek mythology, it is the Castor and Pollux which represent the head of twins. And in Hindi, it is the Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter, that falls in the sign Gemini. So there are two strong elements that indicate the duality. So you can think, if you think about Gemini, you think about a person or a native who has too many ideas, is very vocal, and is also very capable of doing many things, or you can say he is an excellent multitasker. These are the characteristics, and this slide is more from the astrological perspective to understand the nature in the chart rather than just the sun sign. So beginning from the top, Gemini, the third sign of zodiac, and it is ruled by Mercury. This is the element is air. So air is the fastest element. If anything is fastest in this universe, it is our mind. But mind is not an element, it's a thought process. Though Mercury rules our mind and our thinking. The element is air. We have four elements and every sign represents some element. So Gemini represents the air element. It's a voice sign. So I'll give you a good example that you will find a lot of singers. They have Gemini in their third sign, or if you are doing a prashna and you get a voice sign in the 10th house, you would know that the profession could be related to the voice or speaking. It's a Baron sign, and the Baron sign element is understood from when you are making a prediction for the childbirth or a productivity is in question. This is an active sign, active element. There is two things which are active and passive. So this is an active sign. In body parts, it represents the shoulders, arms, fingers, upper rib, and the nervous system. The Aries takes care or represents the top part, which is the upper head up to the nose. The second house takes care of the lower jaw and the neck, and from shoulder and below up to the chest area and the back that comes under the Mercury and the Gemini sign. This helps in understanding diseases, or when you are trying to locate a body, particular part of the body, where it is, where the problem is. This is a short ascension sign. We have long and short ascension depending upon the daylight. A dual nature, of course. Now, Geminis are a bit restless. Restless because one, it is a third house, which is also a traveling sign. This is all the short travels comes under the third sign, and it's a very intelligent sign. They're very fond of reading. They like education. Even if a Mercury does not, a Gemini does not get high education, he will still uh, be very fond of reading and will be pro education. They are good orators, they can talk and they can speak very well. This is a thinking man sign, and of course, a traveler because of the third house. They are multitaskers, so they're good in being jack of all rather than being master of one. Because to be a master of one, you have to be very focused and you have to think only in one direction. Whereas a Gemini likes to do too many things. If Gemini happens to be your ascendant, so you will find that rest of the four quadrants, which is your ascendant, your fourth house, your seventh and 10th house, all four will have dual signs. So when all four important houses have dual sign, you will find many times Geminis will have many relationships, or sometimes two and more marriages. And definitely the 10th house having again a dual sign, you will find that they never stick to one job, they will change. Now, this changing is not only because of dual nature, because a person who is very intelligent or very moving will not be satisfied easily from one thing. He cannot be just follow a take a track, choose a track and keep following this. This is a common sign. We have three kinds of sign: the fixed sign, the movable sign and the common sign. Common sign means the person will have traits both of fixed and movable. A movable person will never stick to one place. He'll just keep on moving. A fixed person will take time to move. And this movement is just not restricted to a physical movement. It's a mental movement as well. So a fixed person sign will take time to make a decision, take time to move from one place to another, take time to break a barrier. Whereas a dual sign or a common sign person like a Gemini would like to try both the things. When you're looking for places, the kind of places Gemini indicates is hills, mountains, playing areas, schools, museums, libraries, and trains, bus, filing cabinets, places where people come and go. One, it is about reading. That's a very important thing. Stationery, you will find they're very fond of stationeries, papers, and these are the things. If you have something missing and if you see a third sign, then you will also know if it's an air, it means it's on a higher side. If now Gemini represents reading and writing and books, so these are the places where you need to look. The direction is west. The element is a windy element, and this element is as per the element of the body. Countries: West England, US, Africa, Lower Egypt, Plymouth, Melbourne, and San Francisco. So there are many countries indicated by almost all the planets, and this cartography was done in olden times. So now it's the names of these countries have changed. So I'm just putting a slide here just to remind that they're very fond of, and places to look for Gemini is books, libraries, stationaries, and things that move. There are three constellations that fall under the sign of Gemini, that is Mrigashira, Adra, and Punarvasu. Mrigashira is ruled by Mars. So if you are understanding Gemini, then you also need to look where the ascendant lies. If it lies under the star of Mrigashira, the Mars will be highly pronounced. So you will read the combination of Mercury and Mars. If the ascendant falls under the category of Adra, which would be from degree, that means the Rahu is pronounced. So Rahu and Mercury combination will produce a different kind of person. You will find the person is very ambitious, a great talker, and sometimes not living in reality, dreamer. Whereas if the ascendant star is Punarvasu, which is Jupiter, this makes the best combination, which would mean the Mercury and Jupiter. So the person is going to be highly intelligent, ambitious, but very wise. A kind of opposite of Mercury Rahu and Mercury Jupiter combination. So to understand the Gemini, you also need to understand the ascendant star. This is just an summarization of Gemini. Thank you very much for watching this episode.